Well, hello everybody and welcome to our first pre-release Twitch stream for Dungeons 2. My name is Christian Schlüter, you can call me Chris. I am the producer for Dungeons 2 and I will be your captain for this flight. If you have any questions, please feel free to post them in the chat section and our PR flight attendants will be quick to ignore or answer them. So what can I show you today? Today I will show you a portion of the single player campaign, which we have here. This is the single player campaign map, and you see that I have already played until the 4th mission in the Swamplands, which is the mission that I will be showing to you today. The background story of the game is the ultimate evil, which is you, or me in this case, aka the Dungeon Lord, was banished from the Overworld into the dungeon after he attempted to conquer the Alliance main city, King's Ending. Now he woke up underground and, of course, he seeks revenge. In this mission, in the Swamplands, he has already taken out his revenge on King Robert, one of the heroes of the Alliance, and he is now seeking revenge on another hero called Krotos. Let's see how that starts.
King Robert was defeated, but there were more heroes whose life the ultimately vindictive evil was after. Here in the Swamplands, the demigod Krotos was just leading the Alliance's troops against feral Naga clans. They had retreated here after the collapse of the Dark Army. It would seem sensible to first strike an alliance with these Nagas before the impatient evil squared up against Krotos.
So the plan is clear: get the Nagas on our side and then defeat Krotos and take our revenge. You see that nearly every mission starts in a throne room, which is this neat little room. You see the bottomless pit here, from which all of our units will climb up, and you see the essence of the ultimate evil sitting on his throne here, feeling kind of bored, but being admired by these little snots. The little snots are actually the workers in the Horde dungeon. They dig out areas and they mine gold and stuff like that, and they are pretty cool to slap around. So the first thing that we actually need is gold. You see there's some gold already discovered here. Let's dig it out and see how our little snots start to, as quick as a fart, come here and dig out this gold. You see that there are two different kinds of gold. There's the normal gold veins here that give a certain amount of money very quickly, and then there's the stronger gold vein that gives a small amount of money but over a longer period of time. Of course, to store this money, or this gold, I need a treasury, so I will just build this. This is the action panel, and it gives you all the actions that you can do at any given point of time. So at the moment I want to build a treasury. I do this just by painting the room, and my snots will automatically see that there is no place to store the gold and bring all the gold that they already have discovered here. I need some more place for gold, so I make this room a little bit bigger. I now have some gold, 700 gold, you see that on top here. And I can hire my first orc. Let's do that. Units are hired by clicking on a throne room and then deciding what unit you want. So this orc is a good melee fighter, not so good against ranged creatures, but he packs a punch, so I'll hire one. As soon as I hire him, he will wander around the dungeon on his own until I pick him up, or let him fall anywhere. And he will start outfitting the walls here. For example, every unit that doesn't have anything to do in the dungeon at any given point of time will start outfitting the walls of the dungeon. This is very important.
Payday!
Why, you ask? Well, let me tell you. First of all, let me build a brewery. So that is one of the resources we have in the game.
The first brewery was built underground. Later, orcs and goblins would get obscenely drunk there, and then meander through the dungeons, slurring their words and singing lewd songs.
Absolutely. You see, the brewery is a production room, and each production room needs a production gimmick, as we call it. In a brewery, this would be the brewing kettle. As soon as I build this, a little snot will start running into the brewery and start to work there, brewing delicious beer. Of course, we needed a brewery in the game because we are Bavarian publisher, Bavarian developer, and we absolutely needed a brewery here. So he'll start brewing beer here, tending the fire.
From the Dungeons 2 strategy guide, Nagas are ranged units and can detect invisible creatures.
So you see that this production facility, this brewery, has 92% efficiency. Each production facility has an efficiency rate, and it actually depends on how you build the room. So now that I dig out the walls around the room and the room starts losing walls, the efficiency goes down.
From a certain narrator who wanted to increase the tension. It was pure coincidence. The good people responded, as you might expect, with a direct attack on the dungeon.
Yeah. So, but as I fill up the room and paint the tiles around it as well, you see the efficiency go up again. And actually that is why the other units will start outfitting your dungeon as well. So you can actually get the efficiency of a production room way beyond 100% by outfitting the walls of the dungeon. So we want you to take a careful approach in building your dungeon from the get-go until you have a giant dungeon with a large economy. So we have gold, we have our first orc, we have beer. What else do we need? Of course, a second orc to defend our dungeon.
Enemies have entered the dungeon.
Because enemies have entered the dungeon, yes. You see, from time to time, enemies will wander into your dungeon from the entrance and start attacking your dungeon heart. This one, the bottomless pit here, if you are not careful. If you want to directly address this, you can click on the unit icons.
Some creatures
on the top.
had been hiding in a secret room.
Oh,
they joined the ultimate evil.
Yes, I found another orc, which is cool. And I can pick up these orcs and just drop them on the enemies, and they will automatically start attacking them. Also, this goblin that I've just discovered also joins into the fray and starts attacking the enemies as well. They will not pose a big threat at this moment, but there are more enemies to come, surely. So, now that I have a goblin, I need him to work somewhere. And where do goblins work? The goblins work in the workshop. So I need, or the workshop that we call the Tinkerer's Cave. I need some space to build a Tinkerer's Cave here. Also, I will hire another snot to get production going here. And I will dig out some room here to place some traps here in the meantime. So, where's my goblin? Here, because nobody has anything to do at the moment. They outfit the rooms of the brewery, which is pretty nice. I'll make the brewery a little bigger as well. What I've also discovered here is a medal. Medals are things that make units pretty unique. So you see with the frugal medal, I can convince one of my units not to receive any pay on payday. I will keep this here until I find a unit maybe that is wants to have a higher pay. So this will give me a bigger payout here. Unfortunately, every unit can only have one medal at one time, so you need to be very careful which medal you give to which unit. But they can prove to be very efficient. So I have some space here now. I can build a Tinkerer's Cave. This is done by exactly painting the room just like we did with the.
A Tinkerer's Cave had been built. Soon, traps and doors in the dungeon would make any would-be hero's life more tricky.
Absolutely. That is why we built a Tinkerer's Cave. In the Tinkerer's Cave, goblins will work, and they will research new rooms, they will research upgrades to existing rooms, they will research new doors, and they will research traps. And also they will produce
Enemies
toolboxes.
have entered the dungeon.
They will produce toolboxes, which are used
These
to set up
hard-working
traps
goblins had
and,
made plans for a new room, a guard room.
and doors.
There, creatures could patrol and keep a lookout for heroes. Immediately, the ultimate evil got down to having this room researched.
Yes, I will do that in a bit. But first of all, let me tell you something about production rooms like the Tinkerer's Cave. You see that I've built two production gimmicks here. We call them the Creator-Mate.
Payday!
Because I have two production units, I can have two units working in this room. Let's see. There's another goblin. I'll use him on this production facility, and he will start working there. Hopefully. Oh yes, absolutely. So I want to research a new room, maybe a hospital or a guard room, but I don't have enough toolboxes yet. You may see in a while that when he's done working here, he will create one of the boxes and put him into this room. So the bigger your Tinkerer's Cave is, the more boxes it can hold, and the more boxes you will have available for new traps and new doors and into research rooms and stuff like that. Okay, let's let them be here and see where else we can get some new gold. Here, for example, or here, and let's get our units here to work as well. Okay. What else can we do? Oh yeah, now I can research the hospital. So now this production unit here will actually work on the hospital, while the other one is still producing toolboxes, which is pretty good. If I would only have one Creator-Mate here, I could only work on the hospital while not researching any more toolboxes here. So you might want to balance very good how many of your units are working in the dungeon and how many of your units are actually you actually take up fighting. Okay, let's see. I am researching a new room. I have plenty of gold. I have some fighting units.
Some creatures
maybe
have
hire
been
another
hiding
one.
in a secret room.
Oh, I have found another one.
The ultimate evil.
Yeah, more goblins for me and more gold.
The fingers
Nice.
of a goblin devoted to the unspeakably evil impatiently tapped on the workbench. He was still awaiting orders to begin researching the guard room. Of course, he did it behind the lame evil's back, as, after all, he didn't want the hand of terror to torture him in a most unpleasant way.
Yes, he should. I've also found another medal here. This one is work rate plus 100, which is pretty nice for the goblins, because they will work much faster than in the Tinkerer's Cave. So now, this goblin has the name The Productive, so I can always see what kind of unit does have a medal and what kind of units doesn't have. So, I will take my orcs now and get them to the Overworld, which is a pretty neat new feature we have in Dungeons 2. So, if you take your units and put them on the exit of your dungeon,
The
they will come out
exploration
on the
Keen
Overworld.
Evil sent its troops to the surface for the first time. The swamplands spread out before them. The next step was to either find the Nagas and recruit them, or be massacred by the army of the Alliance. It was a difficult decision.
Yeah, a difficult decision. So yeah, you see that the Overworld is completely new in Dungeons 2. We want the player to take out his revenge on the world of the Alliance, and to create, or to evilify, as we call it, the Overworld. So you see, the Overworld that the player finds here is like green, very happily, very do-goody, like a
Spiders
fairy
have
tale.
spread throughout the underground.
And we want you to evilify this area. So the first thing I find is a small alliance group here holding a barbecue. And I can't have that here. So I will attack them. And bit by bit my orcs will slam them to pieces here. And then evilify the area around this little picnic place here. Let's see. Nice. in the meantime, I can hire an additional orc here, maybe. So you see that the overworld and the dungeon are completely simultaneous and work alongside each other. So you have to take care of both worlds at the same time, but you get enough hints of where something is going on at any given time. There's also, so you see that this is a patrol that the Alliance has sent over this way, and because they have discovered my units here on the overworld, they have started to attack them. But my orcs shouldn't have a big problem with them. So much for the patrol. Let's see how is this last barbecuing guy here fares against my 4 orcs. Oh, okay, that's it. You see, when you conquer a part of the overworld, a sector, then it becomes completely evil fight. So this is not just a switch one tree for another thing. We created 2 completely different overworlds because we wanted to feel both of them to feel very unique. You see that there is a dragon skeleton here, there is poisonous water here, there are giant mushrooms, lava, tentacles, very nice. So this should be kind of a reward for you to have evil fight the overworld. Let's see what the other areas here are. I will take 2 of my units and bring them... two of my units and bring them down here. Let's see what this is all about.
It's payday.
So here's another area from that is not yet evil fight. Let's see how that goes along.
The creatures of a suspiciously suicidal evil made their way towards a treacherous ambush. At the last minute, however, they changed their minds.
Did I change my mind? No, I didn't.
Apologies. I thought that the Horde would take a different path, because there is an ambush awaiting them here. But obviously that doesn't seem to be bothering someone at all.
Yes, you see, I have run into an ambush by the Alliance, but I will quickly run out of that. I just wanted to show you that we have the narrator in the game that will give you slight, subtle hints about where to go and what to do and what not to do. And he will also mock you if you, for his behalf, go on a slightly stupid path.
In the distance, the ultimate evil's creatures could see a massive stone building. A Naga temple? Apparently, there was an entrance to it in the north. The Horde set out in that direction.
Yes, and if you take too long, he will kind of give you a hint of where to go. The narrator actually is Kevin Brighting, which some of you may know from the Stanley Parable, and it was really, really cool to work with him. Okay, I'll go to the north here. Let's see what I find.
The army of the ultimate evil could view the temple from the top of the hill. And it did indeed not look good for the Nagas. The nauseatingly good hero Krotos personally led the Alliance into battle and was forcing the snake creatures to retreat. Only his death would deliver the temple back into the hands of evil. Well, that could be arranged.
Yes, you see, because my units are on a higher level here, they can look down into the temple and see what Krotos is doing there, walking around like he's some kind of boss enemy or something like that. But I can't get to him from here because it's on a lower level, so I need to find a way around.
The troops of the ultimate evil stumbled upon a patrol of the Alliance that had caught some Nagas. Of course, they immediately set about wiping out the much-hated heroes. Oh, and by the way, you could of course also set those Nagas free.
Yeah, in finding a new way to the Nagas, I have discovered this locked up Naga here, and I will try to free them. Oh, my orcs are happily slipping away here, and I can have a look at my dungeon.
But apparently, the cowardly evil was intimidated by the ridiculous patrol and hesitated sending its units into battle. A cowardly and pathetic act, in my humble opinion, but no one ever asks for my opinion.
So
it's payday.
I'm digging for some more gold.
The last fighter
here.
in the patrol was defeated. Creatures of the Horde cheered. Oh yes, and set the Naga free as well. They were overjoyed to join the ultimate evil. The eager for new units evil sent his creatures further towards where it expected the Naga camp to be. The Nagas kept up their fight to free their unholy temple from the Alliance. If the ultimate evil was to help them win it back, then their support would be guaranteed. Since that fitted perfectly with the planned revenge on Krotos, it was the ideal solution. The throne room is under attack.
Oh, I need to take care of my throne room, so I'll take these units with me into this area as well and try to defend myself as best as I can. Maybe get rid of some snots and hire another orc there, and that should be the end of these alliance troops that have invaded my dungeon here. There are the troops as well. And I'll take some time to clear out maybe this spider infestation here, so I can dig up the gold that they are kind of guarding, although they don't really know it themselves. So in the meantime, I'll build some more treasuries here to store more gold, and maybe get my goblins working on some nice little traps here. So we have this Thresher here that deals massive amounts of damage around it, and we have a tar pit. Both of them will be researched shortly by my goblins here. You see, my orcs are also like making my goblins a little more efficient here, which is their main job. You can also see that this orc has got the regenerator perk, as we call it, the medal, so he regenerates health. And I have found a Naga. Naga is actually the third group of units that the Horde faction has, and Nagas are, well, very good at ranged fighting, healing, and something that we'll see later on. So I've taken care of these spiders here, so I can dig up all this gold. And with that, most of my money problems should be over.
Some creatures had been hiding in a secret room.
Oh nice, some
they
new
joined
creatures as well.
the ultimate evil.
Another orc. I think I may be able to go to the Overworld and continue my quest for the encampment of the Nagas. Let's see. You may have already noticed that
It's payday.
That the controls on the Overworld are somewhat different from the controls in the dungeon. In the dungeon, you can control your units with the Hand of Terror, pick them up, let them fall, and give them a little slap. And on the Overworld, you have total control over your units by very typical RTS controls. You can drag a selection
100
frame
years
around
later,
them.
the dungeon of outdated evil was discovered by other baddies.
So my Naga is happily at work healing the most wounded unit around here. Use stuff? Okay. Okay. Are we fine? Okay, good. So yeah, my Naga was healing my units, but she ran low on energy, so I found this energy potion here and replenished her energy. You can also find healing potions and stuff like that in the Overworld and in the dungeon as well. There's also a neat
Enemies
little
have entered the dungeon.
a medal here as well, partially ignore armor, which is pretty cool for a melee unit, so I'll give this to my orc here. Okay, let's get rid of this bear, and let's take a look at my dungeon. There is another group of enemies incoming here. I have one orc.
The Horde defeated the bears with ease and stocked up on bear meat. However, as bear meat is not actually a resource in the game, this was utterly irrelevant.
Yes, absolutely. I think I will take some of my orcs back to the dungeon and continue my quest here with the rest of the group. Let's see. Huh?
It's payday.
Stopp mal. Also es läuft auf jeden Fall.
The throne room is under attack.
Yes, I've been under attack here for a while, and I hope the Twitch stream is still up, because there seemed to be a kind of a little problem there, but I think we are still back up. So I've brought some of my units back here to protect my dungeon. I'll give them a slap and hope that they will get this going. In the meantime, I will also... Oh, if I had some gold. Let's see, where are my... Yes, put them here. Yes, okay. Let's see. On the Overworld here, I am coming against a group of enemies here.
A small group of Alliance troops had gathered here. The presence of the Nagas ensured that the all-seeing evil could see even the cloaked units.
Yes, so this unit would actually be cloaked, but as I have a Naga with me, Nagas can detect cloaked units. Each Naga can do that regardless of their upgrade level. And also this particular Naga can heal, so I should be able to get past this this guard group here. And you will see that as soon as this guard goes down, the area will evil fire. It looks pretty neat. Right, there we go. Nice. So I lost some troops, but that's okay. Because I have finally reached the Naga camp.
The Horde reached the Naga's camp. They were not able to offer the ultimate evil much help. However, they spoke of an artifact that was hidden deep down in the mountain. It would make defeating the Alliance a piece of cake. The Nagas opened a portal to the artifact using their ancient magic. The insidious evil debated briefly whether it was worth the risk. Finally, however, it decided it was only a question of its creatures' lives, and of course, the ultimate evil didn't give a toss about them.
So the Nagas opened a portal into an unknown area. Let's see where that leads.
The Horde had passed through the Naga portal and found themselves in an old altar chamber, in the center of which lay a very ancient-looking object. This had to be the artifact. Some creatures appeared to be guarding it.
Yes, so I've discovered a new area. We've discovered a new room in the dungeon, a new area that was previously hidden, and there's an artifact that we want, but it's guarded by some elemental crystal guardian thingies, and they are pretty strong. So I need some more units here. Let's see. I have all these orcs running around here. They will be quick to help with that. Because I am now back in my dungeon, I can just pick them up and toss them into this area, and they will attack on their own. So let's see. In the meantime, I can build...
There were still a few guards merrily dancing around
the
artifact. These had to be removed.
Yes. In the meantime, I will build a hospital as well. So my units can be healed. Once you have a hospital, units that are wounded in your dungeon will automatically wander there and get healed. So, for example, this orc here, he has lost some health, and if you wander with your hand over, hover with your hand over him, you see that he is currently walking to the hospital to get healed. He'll lie down and heal in a couple of minutes. Okay, in the meantime, the fight is going on against these crystal guardian elemental thingies here, and as soon as they are down, I will be able to get hold of this artifact.
The artifact was still being guarded by creatures. The slow evil might want to consider taking care of them. Pronto. Once the artifact guards were eliminated, the artifact began to glow. It almost seemed to be waiting to be picked up. It looked as if the artifact would fit perfectly into the mysterious altar base that lay deep within the dungeon of the ultimate evil. Maybe it would be a good idea to place it there.
Yes, and I will do that shortly, but just at the moment, let me see. This is a 50% health point plus, so it would be wise to give it to a melee fighter like Omarosh here. Very nice. And also there are some enemies coming into my dungeon as well. I should get rid of them, but my orcs will do that, I think.
The throne room is under
also
attack.
Also healthy again. And I have dug out an area at the entrance of my dungeon.
I don't think you've quite got the hang of it yet, have you? You have to take that artifact thingy and put it onto the damn socket. Got that? It's not hard. Click, move mouse, click again. Dead easy.
Yes, I will do that shortly.
Payday.
Oh, let's do that now. Let's see. I'll take this artifact and put it onto the socket here.
The artifact was currently lifeless. It needed some magic. The expanding evil's creature's next task was to expose some mana crystals. This mana would be necessary to charge the artifact up.
Yes, so these are the mana crystals. I have dug out one of them, but the other one hasn't been dug up yet. Let's take a snot and tell him to do that. Where is it? There it is. Do this. Do it faster. Also, I've dug out an area in the entrance of my dungeon, and I will outfit it with some...
The mana crystals had finally been dug up.
Yes.
Magic crackled in the air. Oh no, wait,
traps.
that's just the popcorn I'm making. But a mana crystal on its own was really of no value to the ultimate evil. It would take a crystal chamber to make this valuable asset usable. A room was quickly installed under the crystal.
Yes, I have gotten access to a new room, which is the crystal chamber. Crystal chambers are used to gather mana, and it's actually the production room in which the Nagas work.
The crystal chamber shone with the brilliance of a freshly painted room. To exploit this effectively, the success-enabling evil was now able to recruit Nagas. At this exact moment, the clan conveniently placed some of these snake-like beings at its disposal.
So I got some Nagas for free, which is nice. And they will start gathering mana here, and also charging up the artifact, which I will need to protect in the meantime. I'm starting to build up some defenses here with some traps, and I have to protect this artifact 6 minutes. So I hope I'll be able to do that. Let's rid out this spider infestation in the meantime here to get some gold, and maybe some more units as well, just to be sure. I'll dig out this gold as soon as the spiders are dead. Okay, nice.
Apparently, it had not escaped the notice of the Alliance's magicians that something disturbing was going on in the underground. So they decided to mount powerful attacks on the dungeon.
Of course.
But the ultimate evil had been warned. That's what I'm doing right now, by the way, and created such a formidable defense that it would have brought tears to the eyes of any tower defense player.
Okay, so I hope that my little snot here will be quick enough to build up this this trap here until the first patrol of the Alliance arrives. Let's see what I can do in the meantime. I can research the guard room.
It's
yes, I can do that.
payday.
And it's payday, of course. Let's see. Go on, go on! Be quicker. Ah yeah, nice. So, he got the...
A cry for help from a few Nagas trapped in a very remote area reached the ultimate evil while it was defending the dungeon. Maybe they could be saved by using a spell, which was ready to be unlocked in the crystal chamber.
Yeah, this is actually a side quest. I don't need to do this, but it will help me tremendously if I do. You see, and I will do that side quest shortly. You see, this Alliance troop has already been decimated a lot by my
The artifact is under attack.
But I will need some of my units as well to clear them out completely. In the meantime, I would want to research one of the spells that I need for the side quest. The crystal chamber is actually the room where spells are researched. It is actually this is actually done by just clicking on it, and I need this panic retreat. And I'll show you how it works once my Nagas have discovered it. And
Heroes
the
have
crystal
entered
chamber
your
is
dungeon.
also the room where the population cap is being raised, which is also being researched by the Nagas. Okay, so you see this little guy, he's a bard.
Tactics of the Alliance had so far proven
And,
unsuccessful. So, a strategic genius had decided to open up a second entrance to the underground in order to send, well, wave after wave of units into the dungeon.
So, what I said was, this little guy, he's a bard, and he can actually deactivate traps. So, you might want to keep track of what kind of enemies come into your dungeon.
There are enemies in your dungeon.
Yes, that's what I said. See here, this group doesn't have a bard, so the traps hurt them tremendously. But if they had a bard, they could just walk past them as soon as the bard would have deactivated the traps. Let's see. I need my little SWAT to dig out this area so I can build more traps there.
The ultimate evil had learned a spell.
Ah, yeah.
This would enable the Nagas to be rescued. It immediately set about doing so.
I did kill the bot. Oh, yeah. So, yes, I researched the spell, which is pretty cool, because now I can help these Nagas that have been
entered the dungeon.
trapped here. I can just use the panic retreat spell, and any unit that is in the area of effect of that spell will automatically be returned to the dungeon.
The Nagas
so now I have 3 new
into the
Nagas
dungeon of the
that
ultimate evil.
can be used.
Excellent work.
Thanks. And my little nuts have also dug out this area, which is pretty cool, because now I can place some more traps here. Come on, come on. Faster. Bam. Oh, not enough toolboxes. Okay, my goblins need to work faster as well. Oh, I don't have any goblins anymore. Seems I'm being attacked as well, but my
enemies have
my orcs are taking care of that, which is good. And the artifact is nearly filled as well, so this will be very good as well. Let's see. The Alliance has opened up a new portal to the east and is sending troops through there, so I will capture that as well. That should take care of that. So, you see that there are different Nagas walking around here.
The artifact was almost bursting with energy.
Just a second.
It was now producing mana independently and ready to stand by the ultimate evil's side in the battle for the temple. It also gave the ultimate evil access to a few more magic spells. Now it was time to take the temple and destroy Krotos. The ultimate evil gathered all the troops together to attack in one devastating wave. Okay,
so my colleague just advised me that I have the question if I can actually block the entrance. No, you can't. But what we can do is you can fill up like areas here, and your snots will actually fill them up. But the one thing that you can't do is actually block the whole entrance, because that would practically break the game. So now, yeah, the entrance is pretty well guarded, and my units can do the rest from there on.
Heroes have entered your dungeon.
I can set up some more traps there. And the artifact is filled, and I've already closed in on the eastern dungeon exit and conquered that. There are still some enemies coming through here, because there is a small alliance camp on the outside in the east, which I can but do not have to capture. Yes, yes. So Yeah. So another question. Yes, the enemy
The
AI will
fingers of a
try
goblin
to
devoted to the
circumvent
unspeakably
the
evil
traps if they
impatient
can.
tapped
So you
on the
need to
work.
set them up very
He was still awaiting orders to
intelligently,
begin
so
researching
to
the
speak.
guard room. Of course, he did it behind the lame evil's back, as, after all, he didn't want the hand of terror to torture him in a most unpleasant way.
So let's see.
Enemies have entered the dungeon.
See, I don't need that much people, but some. I'll take them outside here and do the last little side quest before the end of this mission. So there is a small alliance camp here.
The unspeakable evil's creatures approached the Alliance's camp. An impressive dam towered into the sky in the background. However, this path led to absolutely nowhere.
So I should be able to take care of this small alliance camp very quickly. Oh, there's another patrol there as well. But I have my trusty Naga Medusas here that deal lots of damage, so so much for the patrol here. Of course, I can only also take out my revenge on these cute little sheeps here, because I'm the ultimate evil, right? So I'll just stake down this spawner building here as well, and
The ultimate evil, or more precisely its creatures, destroyed the Alliance's camp with the greatest of ease. It considered having a luxury hotel for stressed dungeon managers built there.
There's another medal here, 25% on damage. My ranged Naga Medusa is pretty keen on taking that. And I will send him back to the dungeon, and then I can prepare for the last big attack on Krotos. Let's see. One little thing I wanted to show you. This one is the base Naga. She's good at shooting an arrow and producing mana. The next one would be this one. So each unit, each unit can be upgraded. So each type of unit: orcs, nagas, goblins, and later trolls. So this one is actually the first upgrade for the Naga. It's the Naga Queen that can heal units as well. And this one is a Naga Medusa, the one with the hammer hand that we have just put a medal on. And she is very good at range
so that
fighting
we understand
and
each other correctly, you are
giving
meant
a
to
lot of
attack
damage.
Krotos and finish him off now. One great final battle and all that. All clear? Then off you go.
Remember the medal that I've had at the beginning of this mission, not receiving any pay. This is very good for the Naga Medusa because
Payday.
She is a very advanced unit, level 3 unit. She will get lots of pay. You see, she actually get a wage of 75 gold per payday. Each unit ranks up in fighting skills as well as in working skills. Each unit has health, attack, armor as well, and the speed. And each unit also has some needs, like the horde units will get thirsty very quickly, and they develop boredom while they are working, but they also have a motivation for working as well. If one of their needs is not fulfilled, they will get angry and start to rebel against you, or they will not start a revolution, but they will go on strike, demanding more beer and stuff like that in the throne room. Sounds kind of familiar, doesn't it? So now I'm pretty much ready for the last final and big battle in this mission. Let's see, I'll take all my units, this one as well. Do I have any more here? Nope. Very good. And shove them on this portal here that leads directly to the Naga temple. Dip, 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 dip. And normally when you shove or push some of your units onto a portal or onto some portal, the camera will spring directly to where that portal leads, so you will not be too...
It was now time to fight Krotos. After a long pause, the unspeakable evil positioned its army and went into battle against him.
Okay, final battle, let's see. I think I'm well prepared, I have lots of units, and there are some
Together
Nagas
with its
helping me
Naga
as well.
allies, the army of the ultimate evil stormed the Naga temple. The battle began.
You see that Krotos is actually immune to any attacks as long as his henchmen here are protecting him. So I need to take out these henchmen beforehand. Let's see. That should be done very quickly. Now his shield is down and I can
Enemies
attack
have
him.
entered the dungeon.
He's already spawned new henchmen, which happens from time to time, but that should be okay. This one as well. And now we're going for the punch. Yes, there will be a Polish version of the game with Polish subtitles. Only subtitles. Okay, one last round here with his henchmen. Units will receive their pay while on the Overworld automatically. Otherwise, it would be too complicated for the player to keep track of that. So, one last round, and I think he's down then. Oh! Still some henchmen left. I think I'll use some magic spells as well here. You can use magic spells as long as you have evil fight the area.
It wouldn't be long before Krotos was defeated. Just a few more blows and he would fall. Hey, wait! What do you think you're doing? Come back, you coward! I mean, seeing that defeat was inevitable, Krotos opted for a strategic retreat, leaving the temple in the ultimate evil's power. The gathered evilness then burst the nearby dam, and the Alliance's camp disappeared under waves of water with a very satisfactory gurgling sound. Despite the soggy end to the Alliance, the ultimate evil was livid. It had just been robbed of a delicious revenge. But, if I may be so bold, that was yet to come. I saw it in the script.
So that concludes the mission in the Swamplands and the part of the game that we wanted to show you today. I think there are still some questions left in the chat, if I interpret the face of my colleague correctly, and we will of course be very ready to answer them. What I should play? What? Okay. So what should I play? Okay. Let's see. Go back to the main menu and maybe start a skirmish mission or something like that. Okay. Can it be played in 4K? Yes. I don't know. I haven't tried that so far, but well, maximum resolution at the moment is well 1080. But let's see. Well, maybe we will be able to run it in 4K. Let's see.
You are asked if you are as sexy as your voice is.
Absolutely, much more than that.
I say well. Tristan, do you have anything other you want to mention? Maybe you can shed a bit light on the multiplayer?
Yes, the multiplayer, there will be multiplayer for up to 4 people. You can play the Horde as well as the Demon faction in the multiplayer. We will have 4 modes of multiplayer. There will be a Domination multiplayer mode, a King of the Hill multiplayer mode. There will be Deathmatch and Team Deathmatch mode. And the way that Overworld and Dungeon are actually implemented is each multiplayer game is actually on the same map. So all the players have their own dungeon and they can outfit them as much as they want. but they share one common overworld. So at one time, all of them will come together on the overworld and fight for control of the sectors there.
There's a question. In the campaign, is the dungeon level predetermined or randomized?
No, in the campaign it is actually predetermined. Yes. At the moment, we are not planning with difficulty settings because we're growing for the balancing as that. But we may implement that until release as well. If so, then free.
There were questions about the demons.
Yes, we will show the demons in a later stream, but I can tell you something about them. So the demons are actually more about magic, micromanagement, and crowd control than the Horde. So the Horde, you see that they have these burly orcs and giant trolls and stuff like that. They're very much packing a punch. They're about raw muscles and iron, although they also can do some micromanagement and spells and stuff like that. But the demons are actually about sacrificing their own people, using spider webs, poison, enchanting enemy creatures and taking them to your side. Of course, the demons will have their own spells, they will have their own traps, they will have their own doors, rooms, but you will not be overburdened when starting to play them, because the main mechanics are pretty much the same, like digging out gold, using mana and stuff like that.
It's payday.
The skirmish mode is actually a little bit more than that. You can play that as long as you want. So you can make that into an endless mode, as we call it, and that will actually be where you can discover how long you can survive in the skirmish mode. But you can also play that with a definitive goal, like evilifying all of the overworld, killing all the alliance members, and then that's it. But as long as you don't go on the overworld and like discover everything and kill everything, then you can play on as long as you want and outfit your dungeon and try different dungeon setups and stuff like that. We have 26 monsters as a whole, so you have 4 kinds of different units for each faction, and then 3 upgrades for each of those units, and then of course the worker units as well. Of course there will be in some missions be unique units as well that you either need to fight or get on your side as well. This is a troll, for example. He works in the Chaos Forge, and the Chaos Forge is actually the place where you research upgrades for all of your units, like maybe, for example, the Bloodthirst, the Blind Rage skill for the Orc. No, we're not planning with modding tools or editor at the moment, because we are focusing wholly on the main game. But we would love to do modding tools after release, but that's pretty much something for the future. Concentrate on the main game at the moment.
Wait, what? The script doesn't seem to be done here. Amateurs. Oh, to work with professionals for once.
So, any more questions?
So, you guys have any more questions?
No questions? Yes. We need any more. Well, if. No, at the moment we are not planning with any beta. If there will be skeletons, well, let's see. You know winter's coming, right?
Heroes have entered your dungeon.
Well, let's see. You know winter's coming, right? I'll just happily go on mining gold here. Having my units killed by some foreigners. Yeah. Come on, come on. Ow. Let's see, I'll take those. Any more questions? Yes, I can tell something about what enemies there will be. So aside from the Alliance troops that are kind of like the Alliance is like humans, dwarves, elvens, and stuff like that. Everything you know from Lord of the Rings, stuff like that. There will also be fantasy creatures like ents and wolves and stuff like that that you need to fight. I would need to look up how many room types, but there should be like a lot. Hey, I'll look that up. Oh, there's a bot again. Let's go. Yeah. Kill the bot. What? Yeah. If you happen to have some questions afterwards, you can always post them on the Steam forums as well, where I'll be trying to answer as much as possible, and on our own forums as well. Wallpapers. I think we'll be able to do that. Yes. Traps. It's I think 10 traps for each faction. I believe so, yes. 10 traps for each faction. Yes. Because they have unique ones. And you see there's also 10 spells for each faction. 10 spells for each faction as well. Okay? That's it?
After a little personal tasting session, you'll be pleased to hear that the beer in your brewery is not too bad at all.
Yeah, I think the narrator has the right idea. We'll be testing out the brewery in a second as well. Thank you for watching the first ever Dungeons 2 pre-release Twitch event, and maybe there will be some more to come as well. Let's see what we can show you the next time. Bye!